The Church teaches the importance of a free conscience. While each of us is free to follow conscience, that conscience must be well-formed. A conscience is well-formed through studying Scripture and the teachings of the Church, through careful examination of facts, through human reason and experience, and through prayerful reflection. Therefore, conscience formation requires approaching issues with an openness to seek the truth, studying sacred Scripture and the teachings of the Church, examining facts and background information along with prayerful reflection. In order to bring Catholic faith into the public square, the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops provides guidance for the formation of conscience through the publication Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship. In it, you learn how the bishops affirm the positive role of the Church and Catholics in political life, how the bishops share Catholic social teaching as a moral framework to help assess issues, political platforms, and campaigns. And finally, the document summarizes the application of Church teaching on some important issues that face our communities and world today. In an election year, Forming Consciences for Faithful Citizenship is not a voter's guide, not a scorecard of issues, nor direction on how to vote. It does not tell Catholics who to vote for or offer guidance on which candidate or party best reflects the Church's moral teaching. A well-formed conscience, when it comes to public policy, has two aspects: the conscience of those who develop policy as public officials, and the conscience of the citizens who vote for public officials and who must demand accountability from those elected. Public officials are obligated to support moral legislation and oppose unjust laws. Voting citizens must support candidates who reflect just values, particularly values related to human life and dignity. At the same time, in a complex, pluralistic society, elected officials and voters are not always faced with clear choices and must make wise and prudent judgments. Pope St. John Paul II recognized that lack of clarity and summarized the application of prudence or wisdom in this way: an elected official could licitly support proposals aimed at limiting harm done by a law and lessening its negative consequences. This does not, in fact, represent an illicit cooperation with an unjust law, but rather a legitimate and proper attempt to limit its evil aspects. Prudence calls us to take counsel carefully, with oneself and with others, to judge correctly on the basis of the evidence and teaching at hand. With prudence, a person acts in a timely manner with due reflection and consideration to decide what is good and how to do good. However, it is important to remember that just as all issues are not equal, all sources are not equal. So prudence helps us to deliberate among our options and choices, considering both the issues and the sources. As Catholics, we can neither treat all issues as morally equivalent, nor reduce Catholic teaching to just one or two issues. This video series is intended to assist in the formation of conscience in the public square by using these principles with respect to issues that are important to the common good of our society.